Shalom. This is Rabbi Ben Herman with another episode of The Jewish Take. Events of the past month have shocked the Jewish community. Lest anyone think the skyrocketing antisemitism is confined to college and university campuses, it's not. In fact, it's everywhere. Look at the recent story of the Jewish passenger whose ticket was canceled by JetBlue after their employees allegedly lied about him. It's absolutely frightening. Let's be clear, we are fighting a social infection that's spreading faster than a wildfire with a contagion rate rivaling that of COVID. While this is bone-chillingly scary, it's not new to us. In fact, not only have we read the script before, but we've repeatedly lived it through our 3,500-year history. We know how it plays out. As such, I want to share the Jewish take with each of the relevant players in this coordinated attack on our existence. You may not know our name, but we know yours. To those fomenting the hatred, there's no need to hide behind masks. In the Middle Ages, you were the Crusaders. In Spain, you were the Inquisitors. In Hebron and Baghdad, you followed the Mufti and the Al-Aqsa slaughter and Farhud. In Germany, you were the Nazis. We've met you before, and we've outlasted each of you as you've all disappeared. Don't think this time will be different. It won't. To the propagandists, we've met you too. In ancient times, you were the Pharaoh who convinced his people that the Hebrews, the very ones who saved the empire under a prior leader, were suddenly an existential threat to civilization and required enslavement. In the 1930s, you were Joseph Goebbels, who sold the Germans on the idea that the Jews were the ones who caused the defeat and the humiliation of World War I. In all cases, your distortions led to your destruction. It's nothing new. To those swept up in the rapturous wave of anti-Semitism, we know you as well. The enthusiasm of superimposing the Jew on every problem known to humankind ignited the masses for the Pope, the Tsars, the kings, the queens, the sultans, and the Führer. Today, you claim Israel is at the center of the world's calamities. Same story, different words. What they didn't understand then, and what you don't understand today, is anti-Semitism starts with the Jew, but doesn't end there. When you're done with us, you destroy yourselves from within. It won't end well for you. I promise you that. To those on the sidelines, too afraid, too disinterested to speak out, we know you too. Don't pretend for a moment that you're immune. Hate triumphs by indifference. As such, your silence speaks volumes. Now to the politicians and community leaders who try to pacify us with speeches, proclamations, and other attestations of support. Your words are meaningless unless coupled with action. We've met you before. Each one of you throughout history who thought they could mollify the mob ended up being consumed by it. If you stand against us, at least be honest. And if you're with us, you need to be courageous. As for today's Jews who weaponize their heritage to demand an end to Israel's existence, you are old news as well. In the Middle Ages, you were the court Jew. In Soviet times, you were the Yevetskia. Don't think we don't know your story, Because each time you incorrectly believe that adopting our detractors' narrative would save you. And guess what? It never did. Finally, to the rest of the Jewish community, we have our work cut out for us. God's covenant that the descendants of Abraham would be a great nation referenced the Jewish people, not individual Jews. We're no more immune to our enemies than the countless generations before us. But now we have more tools, and we must use them. We can file lawsuits through such organizations as Stand With Us and the Brandeis Legal Center. We can petition our government to do more. We can loudly and forcefully proclaim in one voice the simple and powerful words, never again. It means we need to be resilient. We cannot succumb to despair. We cannot, even for a moment, entertain the distortions of the narrative that fuel the hatred of our enemies. Most importantly, we need to be there for one another. This is our Hineni moment. We are here. We are not going anywhere. After all, we know the script better than anyone else because we've lived it time and time again. And that, my friends, is the Jewish take.